Hello, my name's Joyce Harper and I'm Professor at the Institute for Women's Health at University College London. And as part of Global Women Connected, I'm making regular vlogs about different women health issues, and this one is about the menopause. And what I want to do is give some basic information about the menopause, what are the symptoms and how we can cope with it. Now, I must start by saying that I went through the menopause a few years ago and I feel absolutely fantastic. So please don't be scared of going through the menopause. It is a bit of a transient period where there are some problems that can arise, which I'll go through now, but don't look at it as a negative time. Really embrace it and you'll realise that once you've gone through it, hopefully you'll feel absolutely amazing. So from puberty to the menopause, our lives are mainly governed by our menstrual cycle. We've either got PMT, we're either ovulating, or we've got a period. So we have this monthly cycle that really can almost take over for some women. And we spend a lot of our time dealing with mood swings and our fluctuating hormones. And after the menopause, this is all gone and it can be such a positive experience. I really feel like a cloud was lifted from my brain and I feel so much better now than I did in all the years I was having a period. Now, the menopause should happen in the late 40s to the mid 50s, and the average age is 51. But it can happen earlier, and this is called premature menopause, and that's if the menopause happens before you're 40. The menopause happens as estrogen levels fall, and this estrogen is related to the production of your egg each month during your menstrual cycle. So since the estrogen falls, you also stop producing eggs, stop ovulating eggs, and you also stop your periods. Now, the periods don't just stop overnight, they really can vary. In some women they'll become less frequent and lighter and they'll slowly sort of dwindle away, and some women can experience actually much heavier periods. I had quite heavy periods, and for some women they can last for much longer than they normally did and become much closer together. So there's a real variation, but basically your menstrual cycle, your pattern of your periods will definitely change. The menopause is complete in a woman under 50 years if she goes for 24 months without a period, and for a woman over 50 it's only 12 months without a period. So once those periods stop, you won't be fertile anymore, but during this transient time there is still a small possibility that you could get pregnant, so you have to think about contraception and really be sure those periods have stopped to be sure that you can't get pregnant. But unfortunately the actual time itself, going through the menopause, can be a turbulent time for some women. The drop in estrogen causes, as well as some physical symptoms, it also causes emotional symptoms. So I think probably everyone knows about things like hot flushes, you can get night sweats, you get mood swings, you can get vaginal dryness, you can get loss of sex drive, headaches, insomnia. And I mentioned already the periods can become heavier, more frequent, and you can be prone to weight gain. This is also true after the menopause. It's really easy to gain weight. These symptoms can persist for a few years. For many women going through this transient time, there are things that you can cope with, and there are some lifestyle changes that you can make, which I'll go through in a moment. These problems will pass, so be assured that it is a turbulent time, but you will come out the other side. So the sort of diet and lifestyle changes that you can make: you can cut out tea and coffee and stop smoking, certainly cut down on alcohol and do lots of things to keep cool, include doing lots of exercise. I got through it by really stepping up the amount of exercise that I did, and that really will help you almost sweat through the hot sweats, the hot flushes, and it's really good to do things like weight bearing exercise, because one thing that gets affected after the menopause is your bones, and you're at risk of osteoporosis. Many women are susceptible to this, and it's the lack of estrogen that can affect the bones. So it's really good to have bone density checks as well, and eat foods that are good for strong bones. Some women have very severe symptoms and they really can't cope with no matter what they try to do. So they can have hormone replacement therapy, or HRT, and this is really estrogen, so it's very similar to the pill that you might have taken as a form of contraception. So this can be given as a tablet or patch or other ways, and it will completely get rid of the hot flushes. But it's not really advisable to stay on HRT for a long time. There are side effects obviously of HRT, so it's not really for every woman to just go on HRT while she's going through the menopause. For vaginal dryness, you can use a lubricant, and if there's really severe mood swings and problems in that area, then some GPs will give antidepressants. or vitamin B6. So you have to think very carefully about whether you want to go down that route. So the menopause is very individual. I personally never took HRT. As I said, I did lots of exercise and changed my diet and kept cool and just got through it. It took a couple of years for me personally to go through it. And as I said, I feel really much better than I ever felt before. I feel almost saner than I ever felt before. So for many women, the menopause is a welcome friend, and it's a transition that we have to go through, and it's great when you come out the other end. Now, talking about women's health issues can be still a bit of a taboo, and I would love to run some workshops on the menopause, get some women together, get some experts in the room, and for women to share their experiences and talk about it, and see if we can come up with some positive outcomes from that. So there'll be more information on our Global Women Connected website, which is going active hopefully by the end of April 2015, but we already have a Facebook page up and running. Just search for Global Women Connected, and if you want to contact me, my email is joyce.harper@ucl.ac.uk. Thank you very much. I hope you found this useful.